What's up, guys? It's Coach Gabe with Coqui Volleyball Club. Just another day in the life, traveling to Atlanta. Lucky enough, I got a chauffeur. But this is part of our vlog. So I've ran into this problem quite a bit. I started this a long time ago, where I would tell my own players, high rep players, high load players, players that take a lot of reps, players that are getting looked at by colleges and stuff like that. I explained to them to communicate with their school coach and let them know, hey, I got a tournament this weekend. Do you think I can take it lighter in practice or training or whatever the workout is before I go to the tournament, so they can recover? And I know I've ran into the past where one of my players would decide to go to a school coach and be like, Coach Gabe said I can't work out. That's not what I said at all. And I got the messages for it. What I say is go talk to your school coach and communicate with them. I'm sure they'll be accepting of it and, you know, they'll understand, but you got to communicate, right? So this also happened recently, and I handled that. I talked to the school coach. I talked to my own player, and I said, that better never happen again, where you go to your coach and you say, I can't do this because Coach Gabe said. No, because I am not your school coach. I'm your club coach. I have no control over what you do at school. You can politely go communicate with your school coach, and if they want to communicate with me about it, I am more than happy to communicate with them what I think about it. Recently just happened to one of my own coaches that's coached in school, where a kid said, well, I can't do this because I got a tournament this weekend. If you walked up to me, look, I'll use my Simpson folks as an excuse. If they walked up to me and said, I can't do this because I got a tournament this weekend, and coach said I can't do this, or whatever the reason is, I can guarantee you I will run you forever. You will not tell me what you can or can't do or what you're not going to do. You can come have a conversation with me about it, and then I will be understanding of that. But if you walk up to me and say, I can't do this because of this, and you're basically telling me you're not going to listen to me, then we're going to have issues. But if you communicate it, it's not a big problem. So for me, it's understanding that and just understanding how to communicate that with each other, and schools working with clubs and clubs working with schools. And it's load management and understanding that not every player that plays in a tournament this weekend or in a weekend needs to rest beforehand. So I'm going to use this example. I'm going to use Fallon as an example because I don't think she's going to care that much. Fallon takes high reps. Fallon hits a lot, gets a lot of sets, in tournaments, plays all around 6 rotations. That means she's what's called a high usage player. So if you have a high usage player, they need some rest to recover for the tournaments. So that's kind of a player that would need a little bit of an adjustment on the workouts or just to rest. Give you another example, like Mia, right? One of our setters. She needs her legs. She's a high usage rate player as well. She runs nonstop, chases balls nonstop, has to set nonstop. She's in the entire tournament. That's a high usage player. So that's a player that probably needs a little bit of rest to recover her arms, to recover her legs, so she actually has her legs underneath her while she's actually competing. So I have other players that are top players, but they're not high usage players. So I don't think it's going to affect them as much at a tournament if they don't do something. Now, there's players that are going to this tournament where they have colleges legitimately coming to watch them. Like, they've been communicated. It's communicated to them to come and watch them. So for me, I've communicated to them, hey, communicate to your school coach, let them know you got colleges coming to watch you do this tournament, if you can rest up a little bit so you can recover. And a lot of times I do it in my own club where we don't burn out. So the little fun game that everybody was talking about, it was right before a tournament where all the kids were doing this fun games and all this stuff. That to me was a recovery day. I was just chilling. I just created all these fun games for them. It's just a little bit of cardio here and there just to keep them going and keep the blood flow. But it's just fun games just for them to just chill and recover and get ready. Not burning them out. So that's the thing. So players, be smart. Don't go up to a coach and say, I can't do this because my other coach said not to do this. No. You do not do that. You go communicate with your coach if you need a rest day or you need something. You don't just walk up to them and randomly say, well, this coach said that I can't do it. That's not how it works. That is just not how it works in life or in anything else, okay? So be respectful because you have two coaches. You have a club coach, you have a school coach. You got to be respectful of both. No matter what, no matter if both of them don't agree with each other on what's being done, you got to respect both coaches because it is what it is. And if you're a school, that is your school coach. That is your coach there. And if you're a club, that is your club coach there. And that's who you're going to respect and listen to when you're at club. When you're at school, you're going to respect and listen to your school coach. Know that much. And if people got to communicate with them. And if you need both coaches to communicate with each other, they can communicate with each other. All you got to do is communicate it with them. And if you need your parents to get involved to communicate with both coaches and make it happen, then you do that. All right? Don't be dumb, dude. Communicate. Deuces.